Did you know a simple 5-cent coin in your pocket could be worth thousands of dollars? One of the most valuable U.S. nickels is a Jefferson 5-cent coin with rare minting errors, low mintage years, or full steps details. Collectors actively search for early Jefferson nickels, wartime silver nickels, and rare-proof varieties because their value can skyrocket depending on condition. Some 5-cent coins have sold for hundreds or over $10,000 at auctions. Before you spend your nickels, always check the date, mint mark, and surface details. That small coin could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. First up, the Jefferson nickel design was introduced in 1938 and remained largely unchanged through 2003, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coin history. The 1977 nickel continues this classic tradition, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. The obverse displays a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date, 1977. The reverse shows Monticello with the words "E Pluribus Unum," Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. In 1977, the United States Mint produced Jefferson nickels at multiple facilities, including Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from this year do not contain mint marks on Philadelphia issues, while Denver coins feature a small D mint mark. These nickels were struck for everyday circulation, meaning millions were produced to meet the needs of commerce across the country. Because of this, many examples still exist today, making the 1977 nickel a popular coin for collectors who enjoy searching through pocket change and coin rolls. The composition of the 1977 Jefferson nickel is a standard copper-nickel alloy used for U.S. 5-cent coins since 1946. It consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it durability and resistance to wear. The coin weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, with a smooth edge. This composition has remained consistent for decades and plays an important role in the coin's sound, feel, and long-term durability. One reason the 1977 5-cent coin attracts attention today is the quality of strikes from this era. During the late 1970s, the U.S. Mint focused heavily on quantity over perfection, which resulted in many coins showing weak details, especially on Monticello's steps. Collectors often examine the reverse closely to see how clearly the steps of Monticello are defined. Coins with stronger detail tend to be more desirable and are harder to find. Another important aspect of the 1977 Jefferson nickel is the presence of errors and varieties. While most coins from this year are standard issues, some examples may display minting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, doubled lettering, or unusual planchet issues. These errors occur during the minting process and can make a coin far more interesting to collectors. Searching for these errors is one of the most exciting parts of collecting nickels from circulation. Condition plays a major role in the desirability of the 1977 5-cent coin. Most examples found today show signs of wear, including smooth high points on Jefferson's hair and a loss of detail on Monticello. However, coins that were set aside early or stored carefully may still retain sharp details, original luster, and clean surfaces. These higher quality examples are far less common and are usually sought after by collectors completing Jefferson nickel sets. The historical context of 1977 also adds meaning to this coin. This was a period marked by economic challenges in the United States, including inflation and changes in everyday spending habits. Coins like the 1977 nickel were used daily for small purchases, vending machines, public transportation, and household needs. Holding one today offers a tangible connection to everyday American life during the late 1970s. For new collectors, the 1977 Jefferson nickel is an excellent starting point. It is affordable, widely available, and rich in educational value. It teaches collectors how to examine strike quality, surface preservation, and mint characteristics. It also encourages the habit of closely inspecting coins that might otherwise be ignored. Collectors who focus on data and mint sets often include the 1977 nickel as part of a complete Jefferson nickel collection. While it may not be rare in circulated condition, its importance lies in completing the historical timeline of the series. Every year adds a chapter to the story of U.S. coinage, and 1977 is no exception. The market interest in Jefferson nickels has steadily grown as more people become interested in roll hunting and circulation finds. Social media and online platforms have helped spark renewed interest in coins that were once considered ordinary. As a result, the 1977 5-cent coin continues to gain attention from collectors who enjoy discovering hidden gems in everyday change. When examining a 1977 nickel, collectors should look for sharp lettering, full rims, minimal scratches, and strong details on both Jefferson's portrait and Monticello. Coins with original mint luster and clean field stand out immediately. Even small differences in quality can greatly affect how desirable a coin appears within a collection. The Jefferson nickel series as a whole represents American stability and tradition. The 1977 issue carries that legacy forward, serving as a reminder of consistent design, reliable composition, and everyday utility. While it may not always make headlines, it remains an essential part of U.S. numismatic history. Next up, the year 2000 marked a major milestone in U.S. history, representing the beginning of a new millennium, and coins from this year carry a unique sense of historical relevance that continues to attract interest from collectors across the country. The 2000 P. Jefferson nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries a P mint mark on the obverse side of the coin. This mint mark is located just to the right of Thomas Jefferson's portrait, making it easy to identify. Philadelphia has long been one of the most important mints in the United States, and in the year 2000 it played a major role in producing circulating coinage for everyday use. Millions of nickels were minted that year, yet demand remained strong because collectors often search for high-quality examples, errors, and special strike characteristics. The obverse of the 2000 P 5-cent coin features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Jefferson's image has appeared on the nickel since 1938, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history. Around the portrait, you will see the word Liberty followed by a star and the date 2000. Beneath Jefferson's chin appears the phrase, "In God We Trust," a motto that has been part of U.S. coinage for generations and reflects the nation's historical values. On the reverse side of the 2000 P. Jefferson nickel, the design features Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's famous Virginia home. This detailed architectural design was created by Felix Schlag and remained on the nickel for many decades. Above Monticello, the word Monticello is clearly visible, while the phrase E pluribus unum appears just above it. Along the bottom of the reverse, you will find the denomination 5 cents and the country name United States of America. The Monticello design is beloved by collectors because of its clean lines and historical significance. The composition of the 2000 P 5-cent coin consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a standard alloy used for U.S. nickels since World War II. This durable composition allows the coin to withstand decades of circulation, which is why so many examples from the year 2000 still exist in relatively decent condition today. The coin has a smooth edge, a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, and a weight of exactly 5 grams, making it instantly recognizable to anyone familiar with U.S. coinage. One of the reasons collectors continue to search for the 2000 P. Jefferson nickel is its role as a modern-era coin that bridges traditional designs with the changes that followed just a few years later. In 2004 and 2005, the U.S. Mint introduced a Westward Journey nickel series, temporarily replacing the Monticello reverse and altering Jefferson's portrait. Because of this, the 2000 P nickel represents one of the final years of the classic Jefferson-Monticello pairing, before those historic changes took place. Although the 2000 P 5-cent coin is generally considered a common issue, its value can vary significantly depending on condition. Circulated examples are widely available, but uncirculated pieces with strong strikes, clean surfaces, and original luster are far more desirable. Coins that show minimal contact marks, sharp details on Jefferson's hair, and clear steps on Monticello often attract attention from serious collectors who specialize in modern nickels. Another reason the 2000 P. Jefferson nickel is popular among collectors is the possibility of mint errors and varieties. Error coins add excitement to modern coin collecting, and even a small mistake during the minting process can transform an ordinary nickel into a highly sought-after collectible. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, double design elements, and unusual surface features are all examples of errors that collectors actively search for when examining 2000 P nickels. Strike quality also plays an important role in the desirability of this coin. Some 2000p nickels were struck with stronger detail than others, especially on the steps of Monticello. Collectors often examine these steps closely, as sharp and well-defined steps can indicate a high-quality strike. Coins with clear architectural detail tend to be more visually appealing and are often set aside by collectors for long-term preservation. The historical context of the year 2000 also adds to the appeal of this coin. As the United States entered a new millennium, there was widespread public interest in commemorating the moment. While the Jefferson nickel did not feature a special millennium design, coins from the year 2000 still carry symbolic meaning. Many people save coins from this year as keepsakes, which has contributed to ongoing interest and steady demand. For new collectors, the 2000p 5-cent coin serves as an excellent entry point into U.S. coin collecting. It is affordable, easy to find, and rich in historical background. Beginners can learn how to identify mint marks, evaluate condition, and search for errors without needing a large investment. At the same time, experienced collectors may seek out the finest known examples or rare error varieties to complete advanced collections. Coin roll hunting is another popular way collectors search for 2000p Jefferson nickels. By examining rolls of nickels obtained from banks, collectors hope to find well-preserved coins or unusual errors that slipped into circulation. This practice adds an element of excitement, as each roll presents the possibility of discovering something special that others may have overlooked. The 2000p nickel also holds educational value. It provides a tangible connection to American history, presidential legacy, and the evolution of U.S. coinage design. Teachers, parents, and history enthusiasts often use coins like this to spark interest in learning about the past, making it more than just a piece of metal used for transactions. Market interest in modern nickels has steadily grown over the years, especially as collectors begin to recognize the importance of condition and rarity within large mintage numbers. While millions of 2000p nickels were produced, only a small percentage remain in pristine condition today. This natural attrition over time gradually increases the scarcity of top-quality examples. Storage and preservation also matter when it comes to the 2000p 5-cent coin. Collectors who carefully store their coins away from moisture, heat, and friction can help maintain surface quality and luster. Even modern coins can develop damage if handled improperly, which is why many collectors emphasize proper care from the moment a coin is set aside. As interest in U.S. coins continues to grow online, search trends show that people are increasingly curious about the value, history, and potential rarity of everyday coins. The 2000p Jefferson nickel frequently appears in searches related to valuable nickels, rare 5-cent coins, and modern U.S. coin collecting. This ongoing curiosity helps keep the coin relevant in today's numismatic discussions. In the broader context of American coinage, the Jefferson nickel remains one of the most iconic and widely collected coins. The 2000p issue stands as a representative example of the series during a historically significant time. Whether found in circulation, inherited from a family collection, or discovered during a coin hunt, this nickel continues to spark interest and conversation. Next up, the 1974 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as a Jefferson nickel, is one of the most interesting modern coins that many people overlook every day. Millions of Americans have spent this coin without realizing the history, design details, minting facts, and collectible value hidden behind its simple appearance. In this video, we are taking a deep dive into the 1974 Jefferson nickel, exploring its background, production story, design features, metal composition, historical importance, circulation role, and why collectors still search for specific examples of this coin today. The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938, and by 1974 it had already become a long-standing symbol of American coinage. The 1974 5-cent coin was produced during a period of economic change in the United States, when inflation, rising metal prices, and shifting public confidence in currency were shaping how Americans viewed everyday money. Unlike earlier wartime nickels that contained silver, the 1974 nickel returned to the standard copper-nickel alloy that Americans were familiar with, making it durable and practical for circulation. On the obverse side of the 1974 Jefferson nickel, we see the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Jefferson's image on the coin represents liberty, intellect, and the founding principles of the nation. The word liberty appears prominently along with the year 1974, while the motto "In God We Trust" is also clearly visible. These inscriptions reflect both American values and constitutional traditions that continue to be honored on U.S. coinage. The reverse side of the 1974 5-cent coin features Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's historic Virginia home. Monticello is more than just a building. It is a symbol of American architecture, innovation, and Jefferson's intellectual legacy. The word Monticello appears above the structure, while 5 cents and United States of America are clearly inscribed. This balance and recognizable design remain consistent for decades, making the Jefferson nickel one of the most identifiable coins in U.S. history. In 1974, Jefferson nickels were struck at multiple United States mints, including Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from this year may feature different mint marks depending on where they were produced. These mint marks play an important role for collectors, as they help identify production locations and variations. Even though the overall design remained the same, small differences in strike quality, surface texture, and detail can exist between mint locations. The composition of the 1974 5-cent coin consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This alloy gives the coin its silver-gray appearance while maintaining strength and resistance to wear. The coin has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters and a weight of 5 grams, specifications that have remained consistent for most modern Jefferson nickels. These precise measurements ensure uniformity and reliability in everyday transactions. During the 1970s, the United States Mint produced hundreds of millions of nickels each year to meet the demands of circulation. The 1974 Jefferson nickel was widely distributed and heavily used, which means most examples today show signs of wear. However, that widespread circulation is part of what makes a coin historically meaningful. It represents daily American life during the mid-1970s, a time marked by cultural shifts, economic challenges, and political change. Collectors today often search through rolls of coins or old collections looking for 1974 nickels with strong details, smooth surfaces, and minimal wear. Coins that were carefully preserved or rarely circulated tend to show sharper features in Jefferson's hair, clearer steps on Monticello, and cleaner fields overall. These details are especially important to enthusiasts who appreciate craftsmanship and mint quality. Another reason the 1974 Jefferson nickel remains popular among collectors is its accessibility. Unlike rare gold or silver coins, this nickel allows beginners to enter the hobby without a large financial investment. It serves as a gateway coin for learning about mint marks, coin preservation, die variations, and the history of U.S. currency. Many experienced collectors also enjoy completing date and mint sets that include the 1974 issue. The historical context of the 1974 5-cent coin adds to its appeal. The United States was emerging from the early 1970s economic turbulence, and coinage played a vital role in commerce. While paper money often changed designs and security features, coins like the Jefferson nickel remained stable, reinforcing trust in everyday transactions. This stability is part of why the Jefferson nickel design endured for so long. Another fascinating aspect of the 1974 Jefferson nickel is how it connects generations. These coins were used by parents, grandparents, and children alike, passing through countless hands across grocery stores, vending machines, parking meters, and banks. Each coin carries a silent story of American life, making it more than just a piece of metal. Even today, 1974 nickels can still be found in circulation, tucked away in jars, drawers, or old piggy banks. Finding one in your pocket change can spark curiosity and lead to a deeper appreciation of U.S. coinage history. Many collectors remember the excitement of discovering older dates and learning what makes each year unique. The Jefferson nickel series as a whole is one of the longest-running designs in U.S. history, and the 1974 issue represents a solid chapter in that story. It reflects traditional design, reliable production, and the enduring legacy of Thomas Jefferson. While it may not always make headlines, it remains an important piece of American numismatic heritage. For anyone interested in U.S. coins, the 1974 5-cent coin offers education, history, and collectability all in one small package. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a beginner, or someone simply curious about the coins in your pocket, understanding this nickel helps deepen your appreciation for American money. Now we will explore this coin represents a fascinating period in U.S. coinage, combining historical importance, strong collector demand, and the everyday practicality of America's circulating money. Whether you are a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or someone who recently discovered a 1969 D nickel in your pocket change, this video will give you everything you need to know about this classic American coin. The 5-cent coin has played an essential role in the U.S. monetary system for well over a century, and the Jefferson nickel is one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. Introduced in 1938, the Jefferson nickel replaced the Buffalo nickel and has remained in circulation for decades. By 1969, the design was already deeply familiar to Americans, yet each year brings its own story, production details, and collectible appeal, making the 1969 D nickel a coin worth discussing in depth. The 1969 D Jefferson nickel was struck at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark found on the obverse side of coin. During the late 1960s, the Denver Mint played a critical role in producing large quantities of circulating coinage to meet the demands of a growing population and expanding economy. In 1969, millions of nickels were struck in Denver, making this coin common in circulation at the time, yet still meaningful today for collectors who focus on date and mint mark combinations. On the obverse of the 1969 D 5-cent coin, we see a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Jefferson's portrait on the nickel symbolizes American ideals of liberty, democracy, and intellectual leadership. The word liberty appears prominently, followed by the date 1969, with a small star separating the two elements. The overall design is clean, balanced, and instantly recognizable, contributing to the long-term popularity of the Jefferson nickel series. The reverse side of the coin features Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's historic Virginia home. Monticello is one of the most iconic buildings in American history and serves as a powerful symbol of Jefferson's legacy. Above the building is the word Monticello, while below it appears 5 cents and United States of America. The design emphasizes symmetry and tradition, reinforcing the coin's status as a cornerstone of American currency. In terms of composition, the 1969 D Jefferson nickel is made from a copper-nickel alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This composition had been standard for nickels since the mid-20th century and was chosen for its durability and resistance to wear. The coin has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, a thickness of approximately 1.95 millimeters, and a weight of 5 grams. These specifications make the nickel sturdy enough to survive decades of circulation, which is why many examples are still found today. The year 1969 was a significant time in American history. The United States was experiencing major social, political, and cultural changes. From the space race and the moon landing to shifts in civil rights and global politics, 1969 marked the end of a transformative decade. Coins like the 1969 D nickel quietly circulated through this historic period, passing through countless hands and witnessing history unfold. This connection to a defining era adds depth and character to the coin beyond its face value. Collectors often focus on the 1969 D nickel because it represents a classic issue from the late 1960s, a time when coin designs were stable but production quality varied. While many 1969 D nickels were struck for circulation, collectors carefully examined these coins for details such as strike sharpness, surface quality, and overall preservation. Coins that retain strong details, minimal wear, and original luster are especially desirable within the collecting community. Another important aspect of the 1969 D Jefferson nickel is the potential for minor varieties and striking characteristics. While this issue is not known for major dramatic errors, collectors still search for coins with unusual features such as off-center strikes, die cracks, weak strikes, or double design elements. These variations occur during the minting process and can add interest and uniqueness to an otherwise common coin. The demand for Jefferson nickels remains strong due to the popularity of date and mint collections. Many collectors aim to assemble complete sets, and the 1969 D nickel plays an essential role in those collections. Even though it was produced in large numbers, every complete set requires a specific date and mint mark, ensuring continued interest over time. From a value perspective, the 1969 D 5-cent coin is generally affordable, making it accessible to new collectors. Its value largely depends on condition, with well-preserved examples attracting more attention. Coins that show minimal wear, clean surfaces, and clear design elements are more appealing to collectors. While circulated examples are common, higher quality pieces stand out and are often set aside by collectors who appreciate sharp details and originality. For those interested in long-term collecting, the 1969D nickel offers an excellent educational opportunity. Studying this coin helps collectors understand the minting process, coin design evolution, and the historical context of late 20th century American coinage. It also serves as a reminder that even everyday coins can carry historical significance and collectible value. The Jefferson nickel series itself is a cornerstone of U.S. numismatics. With decades of production and numerous design modifications over time, the series allows collectors to trace changes in minting technology, artistic style, and national priorities. The 1969D issue fits neatly into this broader narrative, representing a period of consistency before later changes to the reverse design and minting practices. Many collectors enjoy searching through rolls of nickels to find examples like the 1969D coin roll. Hunting remains a popular hobby, and discovering a clean or well-struck 1969D nickel can be a rewarding experience. Each coin found tells its own story, from the moment it left the Denver Mint to the years it spent in circulation. Preserving a 1969D Jefferson nickel involves careful handling and proper storage, avoiding excessive contact, keeping the coin in a dry environment, and using protective holders can help maintain its condition over time. While these nickels were made for circulation, collectors recognize that preservation plays a key role in maintaining their appeal and desirability. The cultural impact of the Jefferson nickel should not be overlooked. For generations of Americans, this coin has been part of daily life, used in vending machines, public transportation, and everyday purchases. The 1969D nickel is a tangible link to that shared experience, representing both personal memories and national history. As interest in coin collecting continues to grow, classic issues like the 1969D 5-cent coin remain relevant. They offer affordability, historical context, and a connection to the past that appeals to collectors of all levels. Whether you are building a complete Jefferson nickel set or simply learning more about American coinage, this coin holds an important place in the story of U.S. money. In conclusion, the 1969D United States 5-cent coin is more than just pocket change.